Good afternoon. How are y'all feeling?
Good.
That's great. Just for a second, close your eyes. Take a deep breath and repeat after me. You can open your eyes. Repeat after me. You got this.
You got this.
You can do this.
I can do this.
The this that you can do is to cope with your anxiety. Anxiety is the emotional state of uneasiness about your future. Anxiety affects about 264 million Americans. Out of those 264 million Americans, 41.6% are college students. Today, I will discuss with you the treatments, how to be diagnosed, the different forms, and how to cope with your anxiety. According to Ms. Josephine Jackson, a nurse practitioner at UAMS East Family Medical Center in Helena, Arkansas, you are diagnosed with anxiety by giving a physical exam and also by being screened. The screening that you do is called the generalized anxiety disorder. This screen asks you 7 questions, starting with over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by the following problems? Not being able to stop controlling or worrying too much about different things, feeling nervous and anxious, trouble relaxing, being so restless that it's hard to sit still, becoming easily annoyed or irritable, feeling afraid as if something awful may happen. Now, I will talk about the different forms of anxiety. Some of the different forms of anxiety is separation anxiety. This is most common with infants or young children. Next is the panic attacks, panic disorder. With panic disorder, you just have an intense fear. Some of the symptoms are heat, chills, and flashes. You sweat a lot. You start trembling or shaking. You're always feeling dizzy, and you have heart palpitations. Another form is agoraphobia. That's when you're afraid of being in a crowd. You don't like certain situations, and it just bothers you. Another form is social anxiety. Social anxiety is to be afraid of being in groups, social events, and stuff of that nature. The most common form is the generalized anxiety disorder. With this, it impairs you from concentrating on your work. You have difficult sleeping. You're always irritable, and you're fatigued. And last but not least, it's your test anxiety. Test anxiety is when you start sweating, your stomach starts hurting, and it's hard to control. Treatments for your anxieties are cognitive behavior therapy. Cognitive behavior therapy is the most common form of the most known form that they use with diagnosing with your treatment of anxiety. Next is hypnosis. Hypnosis is not being used that much, but you can get it done. And what it does is it allows you to not focus on your nervousness, but to concentrate on the happy thoughts, like going to Hawaii or maybe visiting the Eiffel Tower. Last is the group therapies. Group therapies is when you're in a group session with your peers, with people that are diagnosed with the same anxiety disorders as you. Another form of treatments are medication. The different types of medication is Paxil. Paxil is the first drug of choice. It's used to treat social anxiety. The next form is Prozac. Prozac is used for panic attacks. And last is Zoloft. Zoloft is a drug that's not commonly commonly given to patients with anxiety because of the suicide risk. Last but not least, I will demonstrate you how to stop, how to cope with your anxiety. And I have this pamphlet also that teach you how to cope with your anxiety. According to Tamar Chansky, a PhD, author of Freeing Yourself from Anxiety, the ways to stop is to practice deep breathing techniques, stay in the present, remind yourself every day that everything is okay, and to follow the 3-3-3 rule. The 3-3-3 rule is you name 3 things that's in the room with you. For example, a light, a table, a chair. You name 3 sounds that you hear: crying, clocks ticking, vacuums, and you move 3 random body parts, whether it's your fingers, your nose, or maybe your ears. Today, I hope to inform you on how to be diagnosed, the different treatments, the different forms, and how to prevent this from happening. Hopefully, my presentation allow you some insight on anxiety. Thank you for your time.